So it'll be the Waratahs left to right in the first half, and Foley will get us going. Round 7 between the Hurricanes and the Waratahs, and he puts it nice and short, and Folau got up high but wasn't able to secure it, so it comes to Perenara and he bangs it off downfield, and Foley's got himself back. And this one coming down around about the halfway mark. Perenara committed himself early. Riccatelli gave it away to Tumunga Allen, and a big barreling tackle. But somehow the Hurricanes have managed to hang on to it. So away goes from Tumunga Allen to Shields. Geordie Barrett finding a bit of space for Corey Jane, and he puts a little centering, the old-fashioned centering kick, and the bounce did Laumapi. He was leading the charge, and I think it's Ned Hannigan who's gone down and controlled this. And here are the Waratahs fiddling around near their own line with Israel Folau. They just need to clear it. It'll come to Jake Gordon, and he does finally get the kick away, and it's been fielded cleanly. One Barrett to another. This is Beauden Barrett having a bit of a run. Another searching run from Beauden Barrett. Links up nicely with Prinsep, and the big number 8 forward is only 10 metres away. Good clean out. Quick hands, Laumapi, and the Hurricanes go in early. Nani Laumapi.
Wow, the high tempo start. It's the game the Hurricanes like to play, no doubt about that. Nani Laumapi denied on the opposite side of the field by the bounce of the ball. This time though, some quick hands down the short side. Here's Barrett on the counter attack. Outside 2 players, draws the defender, finds Prinsep. He draws 2 defenders in and creates the opportunity. No one marks up on the short side. Perenara, the skipper, sees that. And Laumapi, what a start, Hurricanes.
So many dangers, haven't they? Corey Jane making a really good first touch, would push all the pressure on the Waratahs. Jake Gordon, he might think about kicking the ball into the grandstand next time they clear from so much pressure, because he kicked so shallow. It just gave that great counter-attacking opportunity for the Barretts to combine, and then it was all over here on the left. Geordie Barrett looking to add the icing to a fantastic start here for the Hurricanes at great pace. Pod, you're dead right.
Well, that's the 39th try the Hurricanes have scored this season, which sounds pretty impressive, but also impressive is they've only conceded 9. So Geordie Barrett's first kick, beautifully done. It looked as though he pulled it away to the right, but he knew what he was doing, converts the try, and it's 7-0.
Oh, here's the final bit. Barrett just finding space on the counter attack, and yeah, that'll be a real red flag for the Waratahs, and they would have talked about this. They would have talked about the kicking game needing to be accurate, and it hasn't been right from the get-go, and the Hurricanes make them pay.
So the kickoff is returned downfield and into touch by Beauden Barrett, who's had one good run already in the match. Tolu Latu to throw, dragged down by Mum. Now Gordon gets it away. Folau in centre field, and they set it up for Michael Hooper to run onto. Gordon, and a thumping tackle on Foley. There's Clark down the left wing side for the Waratahs as Gordon feeds it up. Good strong run by Paddy Ryan. Broke the first tackle. Now Gordon again goes to Foley. Bit of a laboured pass to Folau. Gives it back to his hooker Latu. And they 10 out from the 22 as Gordon gets it again. Foley shovels it on. Ball loose. Snapped up by Husson. Out on the left wing side tonight for the Hurricanes in the jersey normally worn by Julian Savia. There's Perenara to Beauden Barrett. Swings it wide where Shields are standing. Now Proctor, who was so good last week. Proctor busting his way through and wasn't held and was able to get up and go again. Is Perenara. Low pass, and it sits up pretty nicely for Beauden Barrett, and he lays it back. Now Laumapi, the try scorer, pops it up for Hurson, busting away and showing good pace too. Needs to link up. Nobody there at the moment. Now he places. Perenara gets there. Ball is loose as Geordie Barrett goes back after it. Now here's Bowden Barrett. Little kick through. Here come the runners. And Proctor stretching, not quite. Ball loose. Riccatelli just kicked it in the field of play. Exciting stuff from the Hurricanes early on. Here's Abbott. 5 metres away. Perenara waits. Fatialofa straightening it near the goalposts. Perenara swings it back the other way. Good solid defence there though by the Waratahs. Loose pass, Riccatelli. About all the ball so far. Ben May let it go. Oh, intercept. And here's Foley. Dragged down by Gibbons. And the Waratahs get there quickly, right on halfway. High-powered game this. Intercept. Laumapi. Lovely tackle on him, but he gets the pass away to Bowden Barrett. They won't stop him. And they've got a couple.
Well, this time Barrett, the finisher, Bowden Barrett, that is, for the Hurricanes. But again, just playing the game at such a high tempo, the Hurricanes. And the initial break, Wes Houston ducks under the tackle from Dean Mumm. Made some good ground, good defence. Last line of defence it was too for the Waratahs, and then the chip through, the bounce, and then another desperate tackle from the Waratahs preventing the Hurricanes. The turnover came for the Waratahs, then immediately they turned it over. And I'll tell you what, Smithy, if you're Daryl Gibson, you're pulling your hair out.
Well,
because two things that he would have talked to them about and emphasised. One of them, we talked about the kick return or the accurate kicking game. This one, the turnovers, is what they've cost them.
And the missed tackles too. The missed tackle by Hooper initially on Wes Houston, that's what set up the run from the left-hand side to midfield. That's point one.
Just away.
Point two is the fact once they were able to, with their aggressive defence in midfield, and they have got runners coming up, just threw a stupid pass. And I'm afraid that's Michael Wells, the number 8. Chased back in vain. You'll see him there, right there, but it was his pass that put them under so much pressure. You cannot give Bowden Barrett an inch. They gave him a mile.
Foley kicks off. Just under 8 minutes gone. Claimed by Gibbons. He broke out of the initial tackle. Perenara waits. Abbott puts his head down. Now a clearing kick coming up, and Laumapi bangs it away downfield. Now here's Falau. Puts it onto the boot, but he's handed possession away again. This time it's Geordie Barrett. Quite happy to keep running. And a lovely offload into the arms of Abbott. Now Tumunga Allen. May played halfback, gave it away to Bowden Barrett. He drops a little weighted kick in behind. And Foley was waiting in vain for it to go over the line, and it didn't do so. And now the clearing kick has to be made. And that's a good clearing kick.
Oh, gee. Once again, Falau this time. Maybe the right option, just poor execution, kicking it straight down the throat of Geordie Barrett, who will bring that back every time. And again, Hurricanes from the set piece having an attacking opportunity.
Gibbons standing at halfback. Perenara in the front here. Suggesting it could be a drive. In fact, Gibbons brings it away. It'll be there eventually for Perenara. Off it goes to big Ben May, getting a start at loose head prop tonight. It's Perenara away for Bowden Barrett. Defence coming up very strongly. And an offside play against Will Skelton. Oh, he got him for a head high.
Okay, thank you.
Well, this is right out in front. And the Hurricanes just want to keep going.
Yeah, they do. Why not? So dominant possession, dominant territory. The Hurricanes, and just wanting to convert that dominance into points. And who can blame them? Yeah, Skelton, yeah, the arm around or above the shoulders. Nothing in it though.
He's been very aggressive in his defence tonight, Will Skelton. He's been the first man out of defence, often in midfield as well, or second up plays. Here's the drive situation, Nisbo, maybe.
Yep. About 10 or 12 metres away. Again, Gibbons goes in. Fadialopa drags it in. Yes, they set it up. Abbott slips it to Riccatelli. The two Hawke's Bay players. Now Riccatelli is finding it hard to stay straight. And then now it's with Shields. Perenara brings it away. Bowden Barrett goes wide. Geordie Barrett in a huge gap. The tries just keep coming.
Oh, it's the subtlety here. Have a look at this final pass. Waratahs just beaten by sleight of hand here. Look at this. Just floats it over the top into the hands of Geordie Barrett. The Hurricanes are on fire, no doubt about that.
Well, Nayara, I was just watching him again in replay there, and he was just in no man's land. The pass just sailed meekly over the top of his head, and it left Bryce Hegarty too much to do out wide. In fact, he wasn't even a factor because Barrett went inside him. Just disjointed, isn't it? Terribly so at the back.
Well, he's converted his own try, Geordie Barrett, so I reckon he's just running away with it at the moment.
I'll tell you what, if you're Michael Hooper, you're just saying, fellas, we just need to get our hands on the ball and maintain possession.
Three converted tries. Late decision by Bowden Barrett, and he slips a lovely pass to Shields. And the Waratahs are doing nothing but tackling at the moment. Well, sometimes. As May delivers, and now another weighted little kick for Jane to run onto, but this time the bounce is not kind.
It's probably the only good news for the Waratahs. The Hurricanes haven't had the bounce of the ball on now 3 occasions. Barrett, lovely weight, and it just skids through. Doesn't sit up for Jane. So now the Waratahs, the opportunity to spend some time in possession.
So the line-out throw is won by Michael Wells. Here's Hooper. Gets it. Oh, it's an awful pass, and Folau put it down, and he knocked it on. Well, nothing is going right. Two quality players, Hooper and Folau.
Well, yeah.
And just couldn't make a pass.
Two of their better players, too. Probably their best thus far this season. No doubt about that. Michael Hooper just seems to be carrying his Waratahs team through 80 minutes week in, week out. Israel Folau, we know how dangerous he is, ball in hand. And their two best not able to combine on that occasion, and immediately coughing the ball back up and giving the Hurricanes, whilst they might be in their own half, this will be an attacking opportunity for them. There's no doubt about that. They're in that frame of mind.
Sure is. Barrett's either side of the scrum. Geordie on the far side.
Right, so in it goes.
Use it now.
Prinsep runs it away for Perenara, who gets thumped as he pushes his little kick through. Fielded by fullback Bryce Hegarty. And the Waratahs have possession. Back it goes for Foley. Plenty of time for Geordie Barrett. Now Bowden. And his kick finding Foley, who Drop back inside the 22. Right, Bowden Barrett. Away it goes for Geordie Barrett. Coming forward is Falau. Fullback Hegarty again, and a bit of a kicking contest going on here, and that's one of the better ones. Now Bowden Barrett, still inside his 22. And able to, no, doesn't bother with touch. Again, it's with Hegarty. Now Foley works it across for Falau. Oh, what a tackle on him by Proctor. And the Hurricanes trying to drive over the top. Couldn't quite do so, though. And here's a good, strong run by Ned Hannigan. And the whistle is gone.
It was dangerous on number 6.
And there was, well, he didn't play much of an advantage there.
So another high tackle, I think Brad Shields maybe on this occasion. Certainly no issues with the Israel Folau tackle there. Just taking it into contact. Matt Proctor all over it. And then I think this is where it comes off. Fatilofa it was. Just around the neck area above the shoulders.
Thumping tackle by Matt Proctor. 16 minutes gone. Oh, and it's been overthrown. Riccatelli after it. Beautifully done. Somebody had to get in and control it. Now Mum takes it up. Here is a run from halfback Gordon. Taking a long time to get into this game, the Waratahs. Ryan, the loose head prop. Snapped up by Skelton. Coming again for Gordon. Away for Foley, saw a gap, and he's a good running player. Here is number 8, Wells. The influence of Bernard Foley. And offside against one of the Hurricanes players coming back, and this might be yellow.
Big trouble for Bowden Barrett. Great call that from the referee.
Deliberate knockdown.
Big trouble for Barrett, big trouble for the Hurricanes, and big opportunity for the Waratahs. They're just going to tap and go.
Well, they've got to get a try and get themselves back in this game. Released up it goes to Kepu, Sekope, Kepu, and diving for the line is Hannigan, and Ned Hannigan gets the Waratahs their first try of the night. And really it was their first opportunity inside the 22.
Well, first time they've had the ball for more than 5 phases, Grant, before the Bowden Barrett penalty came. He went to the bin, they just decided to tap and go. Here's where the penalty came. Barrett, no attempt whatsoever. Well, to get the ball in hand, so rightly so, 10 minutes in the bin for him, and then they just tap and go. Skelton does well to hold the ball up, keep it alive. Then the offload from Kepu. Ned Hannigan in the 6th jersey. It's a big bloke.
Go back to the line out, which was a botched line out, but the bravery came from second 5'8" David Horwitz. He was the player in Nisbo that dived in to secure the ball. It built from there.
Yeah, and the little run too by Foley. Took it to the line and went through a gap. So here he is trying to convert the try, and he has done so. So we've had 4 tries in the game already. 3 to the Hurricanes, 1 to the Waratahs. 21 points to 7, and it's 15 against 14.
Yeah, so here's the line out that went astray, and as Smithy alluded to, Horwitz doing a great job, and then from that phase saw the threat that Bernard Foley posed, his ball in hand, quite happily taking it to the line and finding a hole in the Hurricanes defensive line.
Yara Oboro, we haven't seen anything of the big right winger as yet.
Take him back.
Now Foley.
Stay at 1.
From inside the 22, but in fact it was taken back. So here's Geordie Barrett running it back, bouncing away from Hooper. Now Perenara for Fatialofa. Lost it, but snapped up by Husson. And so Perenara gives it up to Gibbons. Now Geordie Barrett, who's playing in at first receiver in the absence of his brother at the moment. Now Abbott. Much better defence from the Waratahs. Good aggressive defence. Now Gibbons goes again. Wrestled to the ground by Mum. There's Perinara for Geordie Barrett. Quick hands, chance for Hurson, who's got a bit of pace. Now here's Perinara, flings it back in field. Proctor waiting for a decent bounce. He hands it off to Gibbons inside the 22. And it's there again for TJ Perinara. First receiver is Abbott. Tumunga Allen charges hard onto it. Now Fatialofa carries it on. Ball is there. Perinara slings it off to Geordie Barrett. Goes wide again to Hurson. Made quite an impression in the first 20 minutes of this match. Shields charges up.
Counter-ruck is fine.
Good counter-rucking from the Waratahs.
Turnover is good.
Hurricanes didn't have enough players there. Got driven off it. And the kick made by Gordon. Geordie Barrett. Slung it out of one tackle. Hurson as well. Shields. Perinara gives it off to May. Abbott taken in the tackle.
Got it. Turnover is good, Bob Blue.
Another turnover.
Throwing advantage for a knock.
So 2 turnovers and the penalty as well. So the Waratahs working their way back into the game.
Yeah, sure are, and they're going to play the game at pace too, the Waratahs.
Here's Foley, gives it away to Folau. Chance for Clark down the left wing side, showing really good pace.
No tackle.
And wasn't quite held and gets to the 22. So the Waratahs swing onto attack as Gordon gets rid of it. Hooper, they come at him hard though. And the ball is there. Working blindside. And again Clark held up by Jane. Ball is loose, and in fact Brendan Pickerel on the far side.
Yeah, Corey Jane blowing up. He wants Pickerel to go upstairs. Talking about a player leading with an elbow here, Cam Clark there. Might have a fair argument. Corey Jane.
Outside. Your
Never
mark
a
is
dull
outside.
moment around Corey Jane.
Just shift, please. The mark is outside of the 22. Shift it, please. Open up, please, Blue. Thank you.
Bit of a push and a shove at the front of the line out. 23 gone first half. Riccatelli. Waratahs complaining about the fact the ball hasn't been thrown in. They finally do. Fatialofa delivers for Perinara. Geordie Barrett works it across to Reid Prinsep. Now Geordie Barrett. Good raking punt away downfield. And over the hoardings it goes.
Yeah, happy to kick it to touch. The Hurricanes happy to go set piece to set piece when they don't have the ball.
Well, Foley's made a big difference, no doubt about that. Tolulatu to throw for the Waratahs. Finding Hooper. Now Foley. Forward, shovels it across. Here's fullback Hegarty. Putting boot to ball. Corey Jane, who's played a fair bit of rugby at fullback, just holding back. Kicks it away down to Hegarty again. And the fullback gets it up nice and high. Geordie Barrett, all the time in the world. Just in Hurricanes territory. Tumunga Allen puts a little step on. Perinara drifting towards the touchline. Foley gets it away for Folau. Jane wants it, commits himself, and tried to get rid of the ball. Couldn't quite do so, and he lost control of it. Now Hooper slings it wide. That's a poor pass, snapped up by Laumapi. And what a good kick that is.
Well, Corey Jane just getting ahead of himself in the contact there. And yeah, that's good advice. Nani Laumapi just asking them to just slow it down, calm it down. Playing with just 14 men at the moment, the Hurricanes, so they don't want to rush things. They don't want to be in a hurry, particularly.
I don't know how many times the Waratahs have kicked the ball away while they've been up against 14 men so far in this sin-binning situation.
Hannigan wins a good line out here for the Waratahs. Gordon stayed inside the 22 to get his kick away.
Well, the Waratahs, what happens there? I mean, Hurricanes love that, killing time and giving the ball back to them in their own territory.
Yes, they're playing with 14 men and will be for a few minutes more. Just over a minute, so Perenara off to Jane. There it is again for Perenara. Now it's Riccatelli standing in, as he has done quite often in the last couple of seasons for Dane Coles. Pearson. Perenara again. Shields moves it on to Geordie Barrett. Standing wide is Corey Jane. Finding Proctor. Next man up is Shields, offloaded well to Abbott. Perenara again, Laumapi. Nice work by Ben May as he just shoveled it on to Fatialofa. Low pass goes to Abbott, and referee's got the arm out here.
Sorry, yeah.
So Perenara, Jane throws it away.
Big hit on Geordie Barrett coming through without the ball.
Crowd wanting a bit more out of it though, Smithy.
Number 3 for a no-arms tackle.
Sorry?
Number 3 for a no-arms tackle.
How long for the bin? Do we know?
Sorry, they'll tell us. I'm not too sure.
Surely you can ask, just so I can make a call?
Sure. How long for the bin?
TJ wants to know how much longer for the bin. Well, then, there's the answer.
Yep. So that's going to influence his decision. If there was time in the bin, I'm picking they would have gone to the post. But now they've returned to a full complement. Have a look here. There, boom. Probably might have warranted more of an investigation, but that's the option now that they're back to 15. The Hurricanes inside enemy territory, inside of the enemy 22. And the slow walk to the line-out for the Hurricanes.
Well, there's been some action, Todd. There's been some action. 4 tries in the game. Riccatelli throws. Shields reaches across. And the Hurricanes are going to have a little bit of a forward drive here.
Number 4.
Waratahs holding up all right, though. Dean Mum has been ordered back. Now Perenara slots a little kick through, right through the centre. And it's been grabbed by Hegarty.
Was it taken in?
Now, did he take it back?
Do you know who's taken it in?
Probably did. But what a kick.
Yeah, just options galore. The Hurricanes, the playbook's getting a decent workout, Smithy.
Well, it is, and the reason why they've gone to the kick here
was taken back.
is one, the aggressive nature of the defence. But the distribution pride, their passing has been unbelievably good tonight, the Hurricanes, particularly the cutout passing. And I think the Waratahs are wary of that. That's taken back. Distribution, passing, accuracy of passing and catching from the Hurricanes has had the Waratahs all over the place.
So Glenn, you happy that's taken in by Blue?
Well, yes, that was a near thing, wasn't it?
Thank you.
Yeah, well, did well. Bryce Hegarty, he can get his hands on the ball under pressure from Matt Proctor.
And now, how are they going to defend this?
That's right.
So many options here, right under the bin, so much danger.
Okay, is it done?
That's a tough one.
Okay, thank you.
Just the second scrum of the match too, so there's some concerns here. Geordie Barrett heading to the sidelines.
Just 23 is on for the Hurricanes. Vince Arceau's gone right over to the right wing.
So he's the top try scorer in the competition this season, Vince Arceau.
Fine.
So there's no real relief here for the Waratahs. Big scrum, really big scrum. Princev holding. They've got a penalty out of it anyway as they head towards the line. Now it's cleared away. Bowden Barrett goes wide to Hurson. And the left winger scores.
Always going to be a tough one to defend for the Waratahs, but it was a very good scrum from the Hurricanes, so they've kept the 8 for the Waratahs engaged in the scrum contest, and then under the benefit of advantage again, Naiavoro just getting himself in no man's land defensively. Hegarty had to make a decision one way or the other, and it created the opportunity out wide. Very, very well executed Hurricanes.
Common denominator, the cutout pass, the big cutout pass again. A massive threat against the Waratahs defence, which is drawn in each time. Now, Geordie Barrett is off. He's the player off for Vince Arceau. They're looking at a head knock for him, probably from that tackle that went penalised. And TJ Perenara, interestingly enough, to take this sideline conversion.
Well, Geordie Barrett, at least Bowden Barrett's had a bit of a side strain, and that's one of the reasons he hasn't been goal kicking the last couple of weeks.
Maybe TJ's just exercising his authority as the skipper.
Yeah, let's see what he's got. Never really looked like it. So the try scored by Wes Hurson on the left wing side.
Big passes, been the order of the night. Look at players caught in no man's land. That's the theme.
Eight minutes remaining, first half. On a beautiful night in the capital. Foley's kickoff. Fatia Lofa rises. Not too much opposition there. Naiavoro was the only player there as Riccatelli takes the contact. As Perenara works it away for Tuamunga Allen. Now Shields, he's lost it behind him. And Riccatelli tidies up. And they get a penalty. And good work by Tolulatu.
Doing very good work over the top. Bounced very quickly.
Well, very few set-piece opportunities for the Waratahs. Here is a really good one for them, providing the Foley kick gets them into the right zone.
Yes, they'll set this line out 8 or 9 metres away.
Got good options in this situation. Dean Mum and Ned Hannigan. Will Skelton's a good option as a lifter.
Skelton it is who takes it in, and he delivers the pass. And they've gone to ground. They didn't sack it. They went down of their own accord, it would seem. Now Kepu snaps it up. It's too tight in there, so referee Van der Westhuizen says we'll scrum that one.
Can't penalise this player attacking ball going forward.
Although State with possession of the ball. Waratahs, Riccatelli's got a few issues.
They've got a bit of a blind side to work with here, the Waratahs. Question is, where are they going to bring Naiavoro in? Can they use his bulk this close to the line? Surely.
Well, that's the obvious one, isn't it, Smithy? Let's bring him inside or outside Foley. Get him coming from a distance. But first things first, they've got to get their set piece. They need the platform, and the Hurricanes will be buoyed by their previous scrum right down the other end of the field.
So this is Geordie Barrett earlier. He's currently off the field, but he's had quite an impact, hasn't he? That first conversion was a sight to behold.
Yeah, just gifted possession too many times by the Waratahs. Geordie Barrett's having a field day on the counter-attack. And then, again, Kick doesn't mind beating defenders, Geordie Barrett.
So Vince Arceau is on the wing at the moment. Jane is at fullback while they await the verdict.
Riccatelli's going to soldier on.
He doesn't look that good, Pod, does he? He's down a long time.
So no, Little has stayed on the short side here. So they can get a good platform, plenty of options here. Just a flat ball on the short side, go one-on-one with Hussein, and
there is a size difference.
that's right.
Set.
You've got to back the big man, wouldn't you?
Let's see whether they go
can get a platform.
Oh, they haven't got much of a scrum. It's under real pressure. Now they get it, and they're under immense pressure in the scrum. And they just couldn't get anything going near the Waratahs. So Perenara looking behind him, and he finds Bowden Barrett. And his kick floating into touch. Foley goes quickly. Not such a good throw, though. And he puts his fullback under pressure as well. The Hurricanes hoeing into this, looking like they want to drive over the top. The ball is there, and there it is on the Hurricane side. Well, it was. There it is again. Prinsep up the middle, and in a big gap too, showing great pace. And oh, he just couldn't quite free the arms. That would have been agonising for him. He knew what he had to do, but he couldn't quite do it.
Yeah, I'm picking this bar. He just lost an awareness of where he actually was on the field. He's done well to get this far, and then the last line of defence, he's looking for support, wasn't coming. Again, the Waratahs, well, they hold on with some desperate defence.
Oh, tap ball and try. Try for Mark Abbott. Well, he was denied last week when he put his foot on the line, but he can't be denied tonight.
Well, it's not your night, it's not your night. Waratahs. Foley doing his best to keep the chat positive in the middle of that, but untidy at the line-out time. Fatia Lofa getting up to compete. Mum just not able to control it because it's off the top ball. They're free to come through the line-out, and Abbott just, look at that. That's the face of a happy man.
Well, I was just about to say, if they get out of this, the Waratahs, they can thank David Hall. It's his great defence on Prinsep, because he rode him into touch really and prevented him getting that pass away that would have resulted in a great Hurricanes try. But in the end, it went for nothing because the line out was pretty average, wasn't it?
Well, he's back, as you can see, Geordie Barrett. And that is straight down the centre. 33 points to 7, and just under 3 remaining until half-time.
This is great defence. Went unrewarded because they scored after the poor line out, but G did a great job on a bigger guy. Horwitz there, he really was superb.
Foley kicks off again. Geordie Barrett in there disputing possession, but Abbott tidied up. No, it's gone on the Waratah side. So maybe a last chance in this first half as Michael Hooper makes ground. Comes to Gordon, looks for runners, finds Ryan. Taken by Fatia Lofa. Now Gordon, Foley, quick hands to Latu, who's played really well, the hooker. Skelton carries it on. Skelton busting clear and runs straight into Bowden Barrett and dragging them towards the line. I reckon they might just about be there. Ball goes clear, and here comes a counter-attack. How the ball came out, I'm not sure. Here's Laumapi towering over the top. Good tackle by Cameron Clark. Now Riccatelli with 90 seconds remaining. Here's Jane. Corey Jane sprinting into space. Throw a no-look pass. Perinara, it didn't go to hand though. And we're back on halfway with Gordon. Away it goes to Mum. Now the little stab kick across. Nayaravoro. Now here's a chance. And what a good tackle by Wilson. Well, the little man on the big man. And David came out on top of the line.
Well, what do they say? Round the ankles. Can't run without your legs. And he's hurt himself by the looks of it. Nayaravoro. First real opportunity to see him in space. Here's Nani Laumapi. How about that bravery from Cameron Clark? Holds on. And then Nayaravoro had the opportunity, but Wes Huson round the ankles.
Gee, they've had opportunities in the last 5 or 6 minutes. The scrum got beaten up, which cost them a real good set-piece opportunity. I'm with you, Nisba. If I was the Waratahs, I'd have had a look at that. I thought they were real close to the line.
Oh, I think so too.
Gee whiz.
I'm not absolutely sure how the ball came out.
Well, that's right. That's the other one too. That's how the ball actually came to be freed up for the Hurricanes to pounce on. We'll never know.
Have a look on your MySky at half-time.
Jeff Wilson will sort it out on breakdown, won't he?
Yeah. Chris Boyd doesn't look like a coach whose team's leading 33-7. There goes the siren. So Perinara gives it away to Wilson. Slings it off to Bowden. Barrett puts the foot down, relieves it off to Proctor. Proctor's looking for support. Might not need it. Oh, he goes crashing to the ground. It's not over yet, though, as Perinara swings it away for Laumapi. He'll straighten it up. And taken in a good tackle by fullback Hegarty. Now Geordie Barrett punches a little kick through, and it sits up for Gordon. Heading towards the touchline, but couldn't quite make it that far. But the Waratahs will just want to boot this out as quickly as possible. It's on their side, and they do. And Bernard